Clashes between Palestinian demonstrators and Israeli police wounded 10 protesters on Sunday morning in and around Jerusalem's flashpoint Al-Aqsa mosque compound, the site of major clashes 2 days earlier. Early on Sunday morning, hundreds of Palestinian demonstrators started gathering piles of stones, shortly before the arrival of Jewish visitors to the site, the police said. Jews are allowed at certain times to visit, but not to pray, at the site, also known as Temple Mount, the holiest place in Judaism and third holiest in Islam. The police said its forces had entered the compound in order to remove the demonstrators and re-establish order. The Palestinian Red Crescent said its medics had treated 10 wounded. 8 people were wounded in the police incursion and 2 others by rubber-coated bullets. It said, adding that 3 were taken to hospital. A reporter near the entrance to the compound saw ambulances, heavily armed police and concrete blocks smashed into smaller pieces. Elsewhere in the city, Palestinian youths threw rocks at passing buses, lightly injuring 5 Israelis, according to local media and the police, who said they had arrested 2 Palestinians. The latest tensions in Jerusalem come as all 3 Abrahamic faiths mark major festivals: Jewish Passover, Christian Easter and the Muslim fasting month of Ramadan. Weeks of mounting tensions saw 2 deadly attacks by Palestinians in or near the Israeli coastal city of Tel Aviv in late March and early April, alongside mass arrests by Israeli forces in the occupied West Bank. On Friday morning, police clashed with Palestinians in the Al-Aqsa compound, including inside the Al-Aqsa mosque, drawing strong condemnation from Muslim countries. More than 150 people were wounded Friday in clashes between Palestinian demonstrators and Israeli police at Jerusalem's Al-Aqsa mosque compound, the first face-off in the area since the start of Ramadan. Israeli police said dozens of masked men marched into Al-Aqsa setting off fireworks before crowds hurled stones towards the Western Wall, considered the holiest site where Jews can pray. Witnesses said Palestinians threw stones at Israeli forces, who fired rubber-coated bullets and sound grenades. The Palestinian Red Crescent said 153 people were hospitalized and dozens of other injuries were treated at the scene. Israeli police said at least 3 officers were hurt. Around 400 people were arrested, said the Palestinian Prisoners Club, a group which supports inmates. The United Nations has called for calm, a year after the last major conflict between Israel and Palestinian militants in Gaza.